Mark Thiessen is standing by. He's a former chief speechwriter to President George W. Bush. Now he's a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Mark, we're just getting some reaction in that I want to bring our viewers up to speed on. This from Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She says it settles the debate once and for all. The Tea Party has taken control of the Republican Party, period. She says that when Eric Cantor can't earn the Republican nomination, it's clear the GOP has redefined far right.
Well, I wouldn't phrase it the way Debbie Wasserman Schultz does, but I think the Tea Party is alive and kicking. I mean, this was supposed to be the theme of this election was supposed to be the death of the Tea Party and the revenge of the establishment. The thinking in Washington was, well, the Tea Party got out of their system in 2010 and 2012, but then we had the government shutdown fiasco, and so now the adults were going to come back in and be in charge, and it's not working out that way. And I think I disagree that this is all about immigration reform. Immigration was an issue in this election, but it hasn't been the driving issue in all of these races. And it's not just this race with Dave Brat. You've got Chris McDaniel, who just stunned Thad Cochran in Mississippi and is probably going to go ahead and win that runoff. You've got Ben Sass in Nebraska, who won, who is a Tea Party strong Tea Party endorsed candidate, endorsed by the Senate Conservatives Fund. Jody Ernest in Iowa, who just won her race. So you have a series of Tea Party endorsed, Senate Conservatives Fund endorsed candidates that are going on and winning elections. It'll be fascinating to see now what the effect of this race is now on some of the upcoming races. Pat Roberts in Kansas has a challenger named Dr. Milton Wolfe, who's been endorsed by the Senate Conservatives Fund and Tea Party groups. We'll see what the effect is on that race. There are other races coming up. Let's
talk about what Stirewalt said a minute ago, because he said that now we're likely to see President Obama with his pen and his phone, and he's going to be using them very quickly because he's going to project that nothing's going to get done with the Republican Party on immigration reform, whereas that ball had some momentum before. It was slowed a little, perhaps, over the past week, given what we have seen happening along our southern border, which has really been stunning for the viewers not watching it. Just to, again, update the numbers, we were told last year we had 6,500 illegal immigrant children cross that southern border. This year, our own administration officials are projecting it will be around 90,000, perhaps as high as 150,000. And we showed the viewers the pictures that were obtained by Breitbart, showing some of these incredible photos of the children who are being housed by our government right now. There's no space for them. Okay, so that's the landscape. But Stirewalt thinks the pen and the phone are coming out. What do you think?
I think he's probably right. I think Obama is going to seize on this in order to pull out the pen and the phone and say there's no chance of it going through Congress. And he's probably right that there's nothing going to go through Congress in the near future. But let's remember that Lindsey Graham just won a pretty decisive race, and he was one of the co-sponsors of immigration reform. So there's not a uniform message from this race. I mean, this was a single race in a congressional district, which is a very small slice of America with a few thousand voters, where immigration was a big issue, but it wasn't the only issue. And what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of other races where there is an insurgency happening. The Tea Party insurgency of 2010 is alive and well. The establishment people are sick of the attitude. It's not just immigration. It's a lot of other things. It's spending. It's Obamacare. It's all these other issues. They're sick of being talked down to by the establishment in Washington, and they're going when they have a chance to take out establishment candidates, they're still willing to do it. So you're going to see this coming up in other races as well. They're going to be energized. Some of these candidates that were dismissed as long shots are going to get a boost in the arm
big time
from this election, and you're going to see. I mean, in Louisiana, you've got Congressman Cassidy, who's being challenged by a Tea Party candidate. We could see that happening. So there's a lot of other races where this could play out,
and we will continue to watch it. Mark, thank you.